My name is Carl Scaramuzza. I own Credit Blueprint Credit Repair, aka Credit Carl. 800 FICO Club, so thanks for coming out, guys.
Seth Floyd, I'm the owner of Lancaster Abstract. We are hosting today. This is our building, and our conference room is right next door, and our processing office is next door as well. Thanks for coming, guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Powell. I'm actually a real estate agent with Selfast and a 15-year veteran, so hopefully that will be helpful.
I don't know who I am. Jay Doran, Culture Matters. So, a little backstory, R.E.A.L Events. The idea came from accidentally, actually, a couple months ago. I was at an event where there was a Q&A and a live panel, and it just got real and authentic, and personal and business questions were asked. And I thought, well, why don't we have some more events that are like that, where it isn't just about getting a card and then feeling weird the next day, shall I call this person? No, so R.E.A.L's vision is we're driven to shape how people network, connect, and authentically form business relationships. So we're gonna have this panel, we're gonna network, and you're gonna learn some stuff today. So I'm Jay Doran, CEO of Culture Matters, and this is our first R.E.A.L event.
Yay. So I'm going to be asking the panel some questions, but if you guys have any questions that pop in your head that you want to ask them, you can just raise your hand or whatever, and I'll come to you and you can ask a question. But I'm going to start out with some questions just to get the ball rolling. Got some questions in from some people, and I'm going to ask them, okay? All right. So we're going to start with Carl.
Oh.
And I'm going to start with the first question. Okay. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
Musical mics. All right. So your question is, do you enjoy what you do and why?
Oh my gosh, yes, I live and breathe credit repair, absolutely. So I don't know how to say. We're actually driving down in the car, Isaiah and I, and we're talking about all these ideas that continue to come to my head with how I can scale my business and how I can market my business. And that stuff actually wasn't in my head, 2 years ago. Like, there was nothing but other things in there. And once I cleared out those problems, all of a sudden, the creative Carl came out. And every single day, I have something new with my business that I'm excited about, that I'm doing. So, absolutely, loving living and breathing what I'm doing right now.
Yes. Love what you do, people. Okay. Did anybody else want to answer that question?
I'll be here for 30 minutes if we ask you that.
Okay. He loves what he does. All right. So, next question is for Seth. How much time do you spend each day on personal development, and what does that typically entail for you?
So in reference to time, what I actually do is I don't ever block out large blocks of time on personal development. What I try to do is take individual action items throughout the day, and then I just try to give myself, and everyone has to learn their own way of doing things. My thing is, I get back to my car, because I'm in the car all day. So when I get back to my car, I take my 5-minute regroup, and I figure out what went well, what didn't go well, what can I have done better. And I just squeeze those little 2 minutes in, or 5 minutes, depends on what it is, throughout my day. And that a lot of times just gives me a little bit of time to reflect, and I go on. But it's really important to write it down.
Writing it down, that's good. Taking notes. So we will go with Trace. So we all know the importance of mentors. Can you speak about one mentor in your life and a personal lesson or inspiration that they passed on to you and how that's helped you?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Good question.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so mentors are very, very important in this industry and in your trajectory in your career in general. I have had a few mentors along the lines of different goals that I've had. One that I can think of specifically, of course, is the person who brought me into this industry. That was actually my father. He was my mentor because he was a real estate broker. He also was doing real estate investment. And pretty much maintained and took care of my family through real estate investing in general. So I was taught all of the details of how to do that, how to put those pieces together, how to maintain them over a course of time in order to be sustainable for a lifestyle with family, with kids in the home. It's important to have a mentor that teaches you things, that you can have pieces that can help you on your growth track. In the beginning of the conversation, discussing things about how to do real estate sales was appropriate at the time in which I was doing real estate sales. We couldn't have the real estate investment conversation until I understood all the pieces that go together for how to buy a property and how to sell it. So I think that answers part of the question, because there was a million pieces, I feel like.
Yeah, who was, and what did they teach you kind of, so that was
Yeah, so
very good.
that's my answer.
What kind of things are you doing in order to get the most out of networking events and seminars like this, where there may be some golden nuggets to take away? Like, what do you do afterwards?
Well, that's interesting you bring that up. Part of it is putting them together, I guess. Okay, so this quote I live by, Abraham Lincoln said, "I learn from everyone I meet, usually it's what not to do." And I feel as though throughout my life, having many father figures that, not meeting mine, I clung on to individuals that were older and wiser and wanted to open up to those individuals and trust those individuals. And a lot of the time I put myself in precarious situations, maybe because where I wasn't the area I would want to be, like, geographically, anything. Like, I'm putting myself in these scenarios where people that weren't really, they shouldn't have been my mentors. So if you're going to dig for gold, don't do it in a coal mine. And I mean by that is, when you go to networking events, everyone is here for most likely the same reason, that's to grow in some way. I mean, that's probably it. You're not going to take time on a Thursday night when it's Thirsty Thursday and go somewhere and, you'd be partying, whatever, it's because of the holidays. So I think it's about understanding that the biggest investment you can make in yourself is going out of your way to meet the people that you want to be like or spend time with. I was just watching something on Facebook today, I was scrolling, and this woman was speaking about how every year, she looks at all the people she hangs out with, she spends time with, and she writes a plus sign next to their name if they add inspiration to her life, if they have her back in her dreams. And she writes a subtraction, like a negative mark, next to if they don't. And every year she gets rid of her friends. Now, that's a little hard.
A hit list?
Yeah, like a hit list. Because where you're going, you're going with the people you hang with. So networking in a positive light, I mean, that's kind of the method of, the mindset behind R.E.A.L. So yeah.
Just a question on that. Jay, would you suggest that before you go to an event, maybe coming up with a list of people that you want to meet that you think are on the same, same frequency, they're thinking the same things, they're those people that, like you said, you want to seek out, the gold mines. Is that something that?
Yeah, you're saying before you go to an event, trying to figure out who you want to meet.
Right.
Well, like Brian Tracy said, prior planning prevents poor performance. I don't know anywhere you lose preparing for something, right? Me, like, let's say I do a lot of LinkedIn conversation, we might talk about that today, a lot of LinkedIn conversation with people that I don't know until I know them, meaning I have that first call, and, I'm gonna look into what they do, what they're about. The other day I had a call with a gentleman who owns a whole, bank in the area with 200 employees. Well, I knew more about him than I know about my aunt, because I read every job he ever had, everything he ever had, and I had a full-blown conversation with him. That shows I'm authentically investing time in him already. So I'm a big believer in that. I say, the more information the better, because you're authentically there to listen to someone, to get to know someone. I invested that time, right? If I just made the call and didn't invest that time, what does that say? Right? And then I could make a fool of myself. So anytime you're going to do that, right, you're going to get what you put in.
Right, because a lot of people will go to an event and they'll just, they will just talk to anyone and not really have a game plan for what they're looking to get
Yep, exactly, yep, pre-planning.